Well, all good things have to come to an end, and now it's time to fly back from Rochelle to 3 Charlie Kilo. So we went out to our trusty steed there. It was still there. Did a quick little pre-flight, and we got ready to go. Now, this is our group here. The three of us got Frank and Richard there, and of course me. I'm the cool dude in the sunglasses there, and my shirt there. So, getting the engines started up, and time to head on back. Now, one thing about the skydiving operation down there, I mean, it is super amazing and professional. You know, I had my little group, the Iowa Parachute Team, and it was nothing compared to this. And of course, this is where I learned to skydive. We had a 172. We used a 182, and there's the military surplus parachutes. And the nice thing about the reserve there on my front is if you didn't push off hard enough on the strut, you'd hit the wheel. And fortunately, you hit the wheel with the chute, so it'd kind of bounce you off instead of getting kind of hit in the crotch, which could not be a good thing. And of course, here again, I'm not taxiing super fast, you know, but speeding it up here for the sake of time compression and stuff like that. But anyway, decided to go back, and we're taking off on 2.5 again. So the taxiway doesn't go all the way down, so I had a little back taxiing on the runway. And of course, you get down to the end, and you go, no, that's just not enough runway to take off. So we'll just turn around here and head on out. So there we go. Do a little 180 to get the heck out of here, and you'll see the clouds as we take off here and get a little bit higher. See, part of the problem was there were just a bunch of rain showers in the area, and at the moment we went out there, it wasn't raining, but it had been raining just very lightly. We actually were, that picture, if you looked at it closely, we were sitting outside, and we just put the umbrella up and stayed reasonably dry. It's just little sprinkles, but the cells came through, and right now, when I'm recording this, we had one really nice big cell come through the area here at Crystal Lake. But anyway, got airborne, took off. Rochelle has a nice long runway, and there you see you can change the angle there. Since I usually don't look backwards when I take off, it's just kind of a interesting perspective. And of course, this is normal speed here again. I sped up the taxi, and I'll speed up the trip back, but this is normal speed. But you can kind of see it's a reasonably fast airplane. And that's one thing I miss about not flying the 777 anymore, the 727, or even the A320. Just the joy of airline flying, the joy of going fast, and just the camaraderie with the people and stuff like that. So we put Rochelle in the rear view window there, and actually this model of 310 does have a back window there, which they kind of put in to make it a little bit less dark in the back. But the 310, and I slightly digress here, but the 310 has 6 seats. I only keep 4 in it. I take the last 2 out for extra space for cargo and a porta potty for my wife if we have long trips. But the 2 seats are in the back are only good for children. They're just way too small. And here we turn on back around looking forward. And you notice the clouds. We only went up to about 3,500 feet, and there we speed up there. So, yeah, if you want to go and jump, they weren't a whole bunch of higher than us. I think they were calling them like 6,000, or I'm not even sure they were that high. They looked a little bit lower, but yeah, it's all right, I guess, if you want to go up and do some low jumps, which aren't all that popular. Most people like the free fall because that's the fun thing. But they got a couple of caravans, and boy, do those things, they hold a lot of people. And, compared to our 172 or even our 180, we could get 3 jumpers in. And here we're coming back at Lake in the Hills. I've still got it just a little bit sped up, so it doesn't take too long here, but doing a practice RNAV approach, and this has the STEC 55 X, I think it is, autopilot, and it just does a really nice job. Now, anybody who flies a Cessna 310 knows that first 15 degrees of flaps really causes you to pitch up. And so I have to kind of milk it down slowly. But the autopilot will handle it. It'll climb about 100 feet, but it'll get back down. And you know, they tried to, Cessna, when I was in flight test there, they tried to build the 303, which was going to replace the 310, and it was going to be like a cabin class aircraft. And I did a lot of service testing on it. I got quite a few hours in it, but it never, it never really caught on. It has counter-rotating props, so it's really not good as a trainer because, you don't have the same critical engine issue that you do when the props turn the same way on the airplane. When they are opposite direction, there is no as such critical engine, but the one that quits is, that's a critical engine because the damn thing quit on you. So that's no good. Another thing to note here, the one thing I was going to talk about, the flaps, that's how I got, I digressed off my digression, but Ed Merkel, who I'd worked with both at Boeing and Cessna first and then Boeing, a fighter pilot, F-100s and 105s. He aerodynamicist. He was the chief engineer for Great Lakes for a while when it was in Oklahoma. But he designed the flight control system on the 303. And anybody who flew that, I went up and flew it. I put the gear and flaps down, no pitch changes. And I told Ed, I said, you did a great job on this airplane. Compared to the 310 with the pitch up. But anyway, it's a little quirk of the airplane you learn to live with, and that's the way it is. But here we're coming in, and when I first moved here, just about 40 years ago, gosh, there were no houses out here. If you lost an engine, you just landed in a field. It was a piece of cake. Of course, people fly patterns that I wonder, whose backyard are they going to land in. The advantage of having a twin-engine aircraft is you've got that extra engine which will carry you just a little farther to the scene of the accident. But anyway, here we come in and land, and runway 8 out of the winds were favoring the east and tend to do a little bit this time of year. So got a reasonably nice landing, and we had some people. They were you can't really see them in the video. They're a little too small, but a couple of people at the end of the runway who I guess were judging the rollouts because they were too far away to really judge the landings. But anyway, we waved to them as we exited the runway, and then taxied back to the hangar and put it away for the night, which is good because shortly thereafter the thunderstorms increased in intensity, and we had a few little rain showers moving through, so it was definitely a good idea not to wait around down at Rochelle because it didn't get a whole bunch better. They might have gotten a few off, but it was going to be a long wait, and I was the only one interested in going up in the jump plane. Actually, one of the guys asked if you had to be an active pilot, and they said yeah. So that's the thing that you should beg forgiveness instead of ask, because he had been a pilot. But anyway, I decided not to keep the other two guys waiting to go up just on my account because it had been like an hour. So anyway, got back, and here again, I don't taxi this fast. That's not me. But speeding up for the sake of whatever. And it looks kind of cool. Dangerous as heck, of course, especially if the brakes quit. But like I said, I don't taxi that fast. So hey, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it.